Hey, what's up? My name is Seth Warburton, and I'm an Xactimate certified trainer. And today I'm going to talk to you about preparing for the Xactimate Level 2 certification exam. It's going to be a little different though. So what I'm going to show you today is a call that I had. Last week, I got on a call with a fairly new Xactimate user, and she had some great questions about preparing for the Level 2 exam. She was going through the Cert Prep manual, and the questions she had were just perfect. So I recorded that, and with her permission, I'm going to show that to you today so that you can learn from that as well. If you have any other questions while we're going through this call, please ask in the chat. I'll be there. I'm ready to answer any questions that you have. If you want to follow along, you can access the Level 2 Cert Prep Manual in the link in the description, though I know it's not going to be there forever, so hopefully you get to that quickly. If you're watching this after the fact, if the premiere already happened, you can still ask questions in the chat and we'll get to those as well. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. I hope you enjoy this call and I hope you learn a lot from it. Here we go. Hey, Lauren, what can I help you with today?
So I'm working on that L2 cert prep sketch, and there's like a bunch of things I can't quite figure out. Like I've started building them, and then things aren't like working for me the way I thought they'd work. So I don't know if you can walk me through some of them.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Do you mind sharing your screen? We can just
Oh,
kind of talk
yeah,
through it.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it looks like you're still in progress. I don't see doors or windows yet. Oh, I do see the bow window.
Yeah, I
Looks
usually
really
just
good.
build the rooms first.
Yeah, I think that's great. What's the first thing you need help with? Let's just start with whatever's been bothering you the most.
So okay, well, there's a few things, but this pantry is one thing. So it's like a pantry. There's supposed to be a staircase here, and then every time I try to put the staircase in, I can't put it over the pantry. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get the pantry like under the stairs.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty common frustration I've seen people do before.
Mhm.
Let me walk you through it, but if you don't mind, let's zoom in first. I always recommend zooming in wherever we're working.
Okay.
Let's zoom in so we can see the pantry and the kitchen. Yeah, so I understand what you're trying to do. You built the pantry as a room, and then you're trying to
Mhm.
build the staircase over the top of that, and it doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
In Xactimate, there actually is a space underneath the stairs that can be represented as a room, and so you don't need to build another room. So, in fact, building a room, yeah, will block a staircase. So what you'd want to use that room below the stairs or that area below the stairs. So you can actually get rid of that pantry completely,
Okay.
and we can build the staircase with a landing, and it will automatically already have a room underneath.
So if I do that though, can I change the size of the room that's under the stairs?
Oh, that's a good question. So the one thing is, no, you will have to have it still be that area that's just underneath that landing. That's just automatically going to be the room. So if there's other calculations that you need for that room below the stairs, you might have to calculate that manually.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can delete this. I just hit delete.
Yeah, yeah. So you click off the name. Yeah, just hit delete.
Okay.
Perfect. And you want to remove that area too. You just pick one of the walls, the walls of the pantry there, and just
Hmm.
drag it all the way to the right.
Oh,
Perfect. Yeah.
okay.
It just nails that in.
Uh-huh.
And then let's build a custom staircase. So you can hit C on your keyboard or go over to the staircase drop-down menu.
Hmm.
Perfect. And then let me look on the cert prep manual. I have it right
I don't know where
here.
it starts.
Yeah, about 6 feet away from that
Okay.
left wall. Click and drag for 7 feet.
Okay.
Perfect. Now click.
Uh-huh.
That'll put that in place. And then it gives you an option for a landing. To
Yeah.
set that landing, click again.
Okay.
And then, oh, you don't need to build anything else. So you can just
Okay.
hit escape.
Okay. So
And
we got
then
the stairs.
that looks great. So for this staircase, we'll need to do a couple of other adjustments, but let's start by just right now it has walls on all sides. Let's remove those south walls, those lower walls, and put a banister instead. So yeah,
Okay.
just click on that and click on the properties menu.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. And then go down to wall type
Yeah.
and click the drop down. And there should be an option that says missing above stairs.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep, that's
Okay.
what you need to do. It added the railing automatically to the staircase, but not to the landing.
Hmm.
So let's click on that wall to the landing and hit the
Yeah.
properties. And yes, there's now like a
Oh,
railing option.
yeah. So let's just change it to yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you look at it in 3D, you should see that there is the staircase, the landing, and then walls underneath. And that is a space. That is a room below the stairs.
Oh, so this is the room.
Hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
And because it's a regular wall, you can add a door to that and have it be a pantry.
Okay. Do I need to do that in 3D mode or can I add the door like right here?
It's easiest in 3D mode, I think. Well, depending on the type of staircase. Let's say you didn't have a railing there and you had walls above the stairs and below the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that door wouldn't know which wall to go on, either above or below the stairs. So
Mm.
I like to do it in 3D because I feel like that's easier. So this staircase does have a couple other things that we need to change about it. That's in that cert prep manual. You want to do those things first before
Uh,
adding that door underneath,
okay.
because that will make it the correct height and you'll be able to fit that door underneath. So,
Okay. So I can change that in properties, right?
uh-huh. Yep. This staircase, the stairs have a total rise of 7 feet 2 inches.
Oh.
Okay, so you changed the total rise height. That looks great.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things to change as well, like the number of risers and things like that, but we don't
Yeah.
need to do that right now. We just want to get to where we can actually put a door on that landing.
Okay.
So let's see, that staircase has changed. Let's click on the landing now because we'll need to put a new height to that. The tread base height right now
Mm-hmm.
is 4 feet. That needs to also be 7 feet 2 inches. Okay, so if you go back, look at it in 3D. Yeah,
Okay. This looks taller now.
yeah, now you can add in that doorway.
Ah, look at that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. But actually, what's going to be probably the most helpful, especially when you're starting to do the estimate items,
Mm-hmm.
is knowing how to access the variables, the calculations, the dimensions for that room below the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you click on the staircase or the landing, they both have the same type of properties, or they have the same type of variables. So click
Okay.
on that, go back to, yeah, the properties menu, go down to variables. So you can see that there is a C at the top, but also a CBS, an F
Oh,
and an
yeah.
FBS. So
Uh-huh.
anything with BS, and it doesn't, yeah, it means below stairs.
Okay.
Anything with the BS is below the stairs. So when you're calculating, let's say, paint for maybe that pantry below the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
you would just want to make sure that in the calculations field in the estimate items, instead of just saying, you know, walls or W, it's WBS.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're different.
Yep,
Okay. So that's inside the space under the stairs.
correct.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. What is the next thing that you need help with?
I think the next thing is going to be oh, yeah, there's a one of these rooms has a lower floor than
Oh,
the other rooms.
that's
I
right.
can't remember which one it was.
Okay. Well, looking at the StirPrep manual, we know that bedroom 3
Hmm.
is lower, and basically all the rooms from bedroom 3 down to bedroom 2. So you
Okay.
could lasso them. That means just kind of clicking outside of the rooms
Hmm.
and clicking and dragging. It's a big square. Yeah, we call that lassoing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Boom. That's perfect. So that will help us change the level for all of them, make them all lower.
Oh,
But let
okay.
me walk you through how to do that, okay?
Okay.
But again, let's zoom in a little bit though. I always feel like it's more exact the closer we are. And that's just a recommendation for anything you're working on. Try to get as close as you comfortably can. I know, like, generally speaking, we try to stay looking at the entire floor plan. That's just what we're used to looking at
Yeah.
different floor plans. But in Xactimate, get close because that's going to help you be more accurate.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the properties menu. All right, this is where it gets a little bit not complicated, but just a little weird. There's two things you have to change. So in the dimensions section, you got the floor height. And for
Hmm.
me, it's like, oh, naturally, that's what you change.
Yeah.
But you also have to change the thing right under it that says relation to level.
Oh.
And that's just indicating which direction it's going to go. So if you added something to the floor height right now, the relation to level is set above, so it'll go up.
Hmm.
If you click on that above, you get an option to go below.
Oh, okay. There it is.
So that's what you need.
Yeah.
So then click on floor height
Hmm.
and add 1 foot 10 inches. Perfect.
Okay. All right. So that's all I have to do, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. I said yes, but I'm wrong. Let's look at it in 3D and I'll show you the last thing that we need to do.
Okay.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
So that dropped a little bit. Make sure to always remember when you do that to add in the feet and inches indicators, the like apostrophe and parentheses. Just
Oh.
because I remember one time I was putting in 7 inches and I just typed in 7 and it automatically went to feet.
Oh.
Back up a
Okay.
little.
I think this is right though. It looks lower. It looks like it's
Yeah.
probably like 2 feet lower.
But there's one thing that's off. Do you notice that the ceilings and the walls don't match the rest of the house right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And most houses don't have a gap like that.
Mm.
So, sorry. So you probably need to raise those walls in those rooms.
Okay.
So go ahead and lasso those all of those rooms again.
Okay.
Go to the properties menu one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And then go down to ceiling and ceiling height.
Okay.
So the ceiling's great. It's supposed to be boxed. The ceiling height is 8 feet, which is that's the default. We just
Mm-hmm.
need to add the 1 foot 10 inches to that 8 feet.
Oh. So the ceiling's higher in these rooms then.
Mhm. We raise
Okay.
it. And that'll automatically bring the walls with them and it'll look great.
So then, yeah, add 1 foot 10 inches.
Hmm.
Okay.
Let's go back and look at that in 3D. 3D.
Nice.
Yeah. See how it all matches
Okay.
up like that?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That's something that's easy to forget, right? Because you're just like, oh, I'm lowering the floor. So just
Yeah.
remembering to match up those ceilings.
Okay. All right. That's easy. So I can make sure I have that for all the rooms that I need to. Yeah, there's there's a couple more things.
That's okay.
Okay, this one I couldn't figure out. I thought it was like an arced wall, but there's two like little kind of cutouts or like there's like a shape here in the living room between the living room and the kitchen, and then there's one on the outside of the sunroom where it kind of like bends in,
Yes.
and I couldn't figure out how to create that. I saw this little handle here and I was like playing around like that, trying
Yeah.
to like, but I couldn't get the shape right.
Okay. Yes. Well, let me help you with that. I will tell you how to do that. So then we're going to create what's called an angled wall. And then let's start with just that living room corner. Will you zoom in on that?
Yeah.
Enhance.
This makes me so nervous though, because I'm so afraid I'm going to mess up like all these other rooms that I built.
Right, and that's a valid concern. But the thing about angled walls is you actually do want to build out that room as a square first and then angle the walls.
Mm,
So I know it feels, yeah, maybe a little scary changing it after the fact, but it's going to make it the easiest if it's already set up as a square because that's the way things are meant to be kind of in Xactimate or they're set up to be, kind
okay.
of start as squares and then they can be manipulated into their different shapes and angles. So you did the right thing.
Oh, okay, good.
You're welcome. Okay, so click on that wall. I just want to show you something, that
This
upper
one?
wall right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. So you see you have a couple of options here. You've got the red diamonds. We call those vertex or vertices.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got the handles. Those are the squares right there. So
Mhm.
what we need to use is the vertices, the vertex and the corner, but we also need to set up more vertices. Let's use the break tool to create the shape as close to what it's going to be as we can using kind of squared angles first. So the wall goes out 3 feet 1 inches from that left wall. So go 3 feet 1 inches. And again, you don't have to be perfect. Let's just get the rough shape. Boom. Yeah.
Ah, that wasn't
Yeah. We'll,
perfect.
we'll fix it later.
Okay.
Now grab that right handle and pull it down
Okay. How far?
about 3 feet 1 inches as well. It's going to be about the same.
Damn.
Perfect. So actually, we're not going to have to use the vertex tool on this one because
Oh.
with that angle, we can
Hmm.
now just take that corner angle.
This
Yep.
one or
I'm
this
glad
one?
you asked. No, not that one. Sorry, the right corner. Grab
Okay.
that and just drag it all the way down. Yep. So now you can move things around a bit and you'll need to just to true it up.
This
So you
one?
have your mouse over, click on the handle, and then change that number, the top number, the three, yeah, 3 and 3/16, change that to 3 feet 1 inches. And that will true it up a little bit. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And now click on the lower vertex of the wall that you're near. No, not that one. Sorry. Go up higher to the vertex, which is the diamond. Go a little lower.
Oh,
Click on that.
uh-huh. Click
Yeah.
on the vertex.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Cool. See, now you get some options to change things as well. So where it says
Oh.
211 and 3/16 off to the right of your mouse just a little
Mhm.
bit, click on that and change that to 3 feet 1 inches.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That's exactly what you want. Now, yours actually, I'm impressed. You already have it set up where you can see fractions. Not everybody has it set up that way. Usually the default is just the default to the nearest inch.
Mhm.
When you put in angled walls, you're gonna have some fractions.
Okay.
Sometimes that scares people. I'm letting you know right now that's okay.
Okay.
It's really hard to get it very, very exact. Get it as close as you can. For example, in the Cert Prep workbook, it says 2 feet 11 inches there, and yours says
Mhm.
2 feet 10 and 9/16 inches.
Uh-huh.
That's close enough. You should be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Well, that one was kind of easy.
Yeah.
Let's, was it easy?
I mean, once I kind of figured it out, but do I need to use that Vertex tool for
Mhm.
because there's another one up here, and I don't know if I can do the same thing. Just oh no, that did not.
Yeah, no, you're right. So now we'll go back to the vertex tool I was talking about earlier. So let's
Okay.
zoom in on that corner in the sunroom. And looking at the Cert Prep book, it's a 4 foot 11 vertical wall, and then it angles to a 4 foot 9 wall, and then
Uh-huh.
it has the horizontal wall. So, sorry, I'm just looking at the book right now. I know that. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's do this. Let me show you what to do. Go ahead and get the vertex tool,
Okay.
and then let's go down to that horizontal or that vertical wall on the
Mhm.
sunroom, a little lower. Let's go all the way down to 4 feet 11 inches. And again, we might have to correct this after the fact, but just get as close as we can. Click. So usually our first instinct is to pull on that vertex that we just made.
Yeah.
That's not what you do. Usually the vertex that you set down is a hinge point. It's going to be like an elbow, and you're going to click on a
Oh.
different one.
So if I want it flat, then I need to move this one.
Correct. Yep, the one above it. So click on that and pull it over. Now it'll snap twice. So not the first snap, but the second one. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you have to pull your mouse up so that it is along
Okay.
that top wall. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So then I have 2 points for
Yes.
this like flat wall. Oh, and
Yeah.
it's pretty close. It's supposed to be 4 foot 9.
Yeah. So you click on that handle on that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you can kind of change the walls around it. So that one right there is supposed to be 4 feet 11. Yep. So change that.
Yep.
Click on that handle again on that wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then that should be 19.8. Okay, so that looks good. And like I said, the angled walls might not be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but just get them as close as you possibly can, and that'll work.
So I saw some like green areas on the sketch in the Cert Prep manual, and it was talking about like there's a spot here where the bathroom is like in the window, and then
Yeah,
there's one marked vanity, but
yeah,
then there's also some in the laundry room. I wasn't sure what those green areas were,
right.
and I saw something that was like reference, but I didn't know if I needed to add those or like what the point of those was.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good question. Those are what are called reference areas or reference blocks. We have both. A reference area is just a 2D kind of area that you indicate on a sketch in a room. What's that? That's nice for like, let's say you have a living room that has like a tiled area just in that living room, but the whole thing's not tiled, like half of it, like most of it's carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have like a tiled corner near a door or something. So instead of creating another room, you can just put down a reference area and you can just say, this is the tiled area,
Mm-hmm.
or don't have carpet be here, stuff like that. Same thing with a reference block. That can represent a vanity or a cabinet or something. that is just inside that room that can make it so that you don't have to like add paint there or flooring and different things like that. But let's start with
Mhm.
applying a reference block or reference area. Let's go down to the primary bathroom. Let's do that one first.
Yeah. Can we do the vanity in there?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, all right. I think it's like here on this side.
Right. So I have the start prep manual open here. Let me just come down to that vanity. All right. So that vanity is a reference block.
Hmm.
So that reference block is up on your toolbar on the right side next to the orientation button. It says block. So go a little further to the
Oh.
right, right there. Yep.
Hmm.
That's the reference block. So if you
Okay.
click on that,
Uh-huh.
and then you can kind of draw it like a room inside that primary bath. So it's 2 feet. You don't want to do it right on the wall. You have to do it, yeah, inside the floor space.
Okay.
And you can start it
Like
wherever you
close.
need. It should, yeah, kind of snap itself to the wall there. Go out 2 feet 1 inch,
Hmm.
and then it's 5 feet long. Yep, and then
Okay.
let go. And then you could go back and change that if you need to. But that is essentially that size of that vanity. And you can click on the name just like a room and rename it. Just call it vanity.
Okay.
So that's great,
Uh-huh.
but we probably want to change some of the settings for that vanity. So
Okay.
click on it and let's go to, yeah, the properties menu again.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's a lot of things you can change that we call them behaviors.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool because you can tell it to remove the flooring of the linear feet behind it. And that basically, if I click on the primary bathroom, before I had 100 linear feet, well, if I change that to yes, it'll remove the linear feet from that vanity from that total of that room. So if I added paint to that room and I didn't want it to include the area behind the vanity, it wouldn't. So that's pretty nice.
Okay.
For the cert prep though, we need to go to remove square footage, remove the square feet of the area behind, change that from no to yes. And then same thing with under, change under from no to yes.
So does that mean that when I add like the paint and stuff to this room, it won't count for like behind the vanity? So like behind the vanity is not getting painted.
Exactly. Okay, so yes, and same thing for underneath it as well. But we also do have the floor algorithm flooring hole a little lower. Do you see that?
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could tell that room, the primary bath, to treat that vanity as like a hole in the ground so that there wouldn't be anything applied in that area at all.
Okay. And then I can see all of the variables and stuff. So if I know that I need like, something for the vanity, then I know that it's like the cubic feet and 10 square feet and like things like that.
Right. Okay, perfect. So those settings all look right.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to double check that, especially on the actual L2 exam. There's a lot of detailed instructions on what each reference area behavior should be set as. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that.
Okay. Oh, I just noticed something too,
What's that?
where there's the a relation to level. I have that option here too. So could I make it like if I have cabinets up top, could I change this and make it like an up top cabinet?
You could. Yeah, right
Oh,
now it's set to above. The distance
yeah.
from the floor is set to 0, so that means it's sitting on the floor.
Oh, so I
It
would
does have
change
a 3 foot height, which is
that.
pretty
Hmm.
regular for like a cabinet or a vanity. But you could change that if you wanted to make it like a wardrobe. You could, make it 5 feet tall or 6 feet tall.
Hmm.
Or yes, you could make it an upper cabinet, and so you could say distance from the floor is maybe it's 5 feet or
Okay.
3 feet above the floor. So yeah,
Can you see these
good noticing.
reference areas in 3D?
You
Maybe.
can, yeah. They're green
Oh.
boxes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
In the primary bath, there's also a reference area
Hmm.
in the bow window spot.
Yeah.
So that would be really hard to do except for one little trick. So let me show you how to do that.
Okay.
So underneath the block button, there's an area.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that.
Uh-huh.
So normally if you click like in the primary bath, and you can do this, you can just click and drag it out just like a square.
Hmm.
And it works the same thing like the vanity, the block did. But it's 2D actually. So if you looked at in 3D, it's just, yeah,
Oh,
it's just like
like a
that.
little spot on the
Yeah.
floor. Okay.
And again, that can represent a hole in the ground or just some tile or something like that. But go
Hmm.
ahead and undo that. Go back and click on the area tool again. So now if you go click um, inside that bow window area, just click in it, just one click, it'll fill it.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so much easier than like trying to do all those angles.
right. Trying to drag it out. So if you have an area you just need to fill like that, and
Uh-huh.
like a room or a window or whatever, instead of trying to drag out the reference area, you can just click inside it once and it fills it in.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Huh.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I know there's another one in this project. There's, I think, another reference block in the laundry,
Hmm.
and I think you should try that one on your own after we did
Okay.
this. Okay? So,
Yeah, I should be
and
able
then
to
you
do
can call
that.
me back later or email me and let me know if you have any questions.
So, there's a like a half wall. I know there's a wall tool. I never really use it,
Mm,
but there's a half wall like right here. So this is supposed to be like a wall that comes out right here,
yeah.
like a little bit, I guess, for maybe putting the toilet back behind that.
Hmm.
And then I had tried to just like make the room and just like delete a wall, but I still have this room here.
Yeah. Yeah, we will need to use the wall tool on this. When it's just a
Okay.
singular kind of jut out wall or like a pony wall,
Hmm.
or something that's just a singular wall, you'll want to use the wall tool. We don't usually use the wall tool for creating rooms or anything like that, just because it can be a little more glitchy, but it doesn't work as well as the room tool.
Hmm.
But in this situation, it's perfect. So let's go ahead and delete out that room, and then you'll want to drag over the wall like
Ah.
you did. Oh, yeah. Why don't you take that left wall,
Uh-huh.
click, and drag that one over so it fills in that gap.
Gonna work. Okay. Woo.
Yeah, perfect. So let's go. Let me go look on the cert prep manual. Okay, yes, it looks like there's just a 3 foot wall. So yeah, go to the wall tool, click on that.
Mhm.
Click on that corner up by that hallway.
Yeah, like right
Perfect.
here.
Click right there
Uh-huh.
and drag down 3 feet.
Oh,
Get it as close as you can. You know
oh,
what? It's
it's
going to do some of its own snapping.
yeah.
Why don't you just pull it a little longer than 3 feet and click?
Okay. Oh,
Perfect.
it
And
wants to
then,
keep
oh,
going.
it'll keep going. Hit escape now if you have the wall you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then zoom in a little and click on that wall
Hmm.
and then click on that end vertex
Hmm. Yeah.
at the bottom
Yep.
and then just type in 3.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I find it easier to just type in things.
Yeah.
So,
You can get it exact.
yeah.
All
And
right.
that's all you need to do there.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna share with you a quick little secret, okay?
Okay.
On the actual exam, there's a wall that's not it's not a full wall, it's called a pony wall. I talked about that a little earlier.
Okay.
So that a pony wall basically is like a half wall, right? It comes up only so far so you can see over it, like for a toilet or a bathroom or something.
Okay.
Or a
Yeah, this is a
bathtub, I
full
mean.
one here.
Yeah, this is a full one. Let me show you how to make that into a pony wall.
Okay.
So click on that wall,
Hmm.
click on the properties menu, and then right now in dimensions, there's an option that says missing end to end. It says no.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it just gets a little weird. You have to change that to yes. So you have to basically say missing end to end, yes, and now it's gone. You're like, ah, crap. What did I do to my wall?
Yeah.
That's just where we need to start because then we get more options. You see how some more things showed up when you clicked
Yeah.
that? Yeah. So now we need to do a couple of things. It says opening base height, which is basically asking where do you want it to start an opening.
Hmm.
And let's say you want that pony wall to be about 4 feet tall, so just put 4 feet right there.
Okay. So this is where,
Yeah.
oh, so the opening starts at 4 feet. So basically
Right.
anything over 4 feet is open.
Yeah, it's open above that. Yep.
Okay.
However, you'll also notice all the way at the bottom of that dimensions area, it says thickness. When you
Hmm.
make it missing end to end, automatically the thickness goes to 0. There's no
Right.
wall. So we need to change that back to 4 inches.
Yeah.
Make it a 4 inch wall. Good. And you see it's white now. That means it has an opening. So it's those things to remember. Make it missing end to end, then
Yeah.
tell it where it's going to start, the opening part, and then making sure that you reapply the thickness.
Okay. So then this should look short now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen these in like sketches before and wondered how they got that.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just have one more thing.
Sure. What is it?
It's not on, it's upstairs. How do I get upstairs again? Oh, it's on my second level down here.
Yep.
Okay. Um, this room, I think it's this room, bedroom 4 or the bonus room. One of
Uh-huh.
these has a like peaked ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
I don't know. I don't know if that's something I have to change if it like matters for the dimensions or if I can just like I don't know what I do to change that or if I need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. It will matter. It will give it more surface area, having those
Mhm.
different types of ceilings. So let's zoom in as close as we can to that bedroom 4. There we go. Just again, it makes it easier. And then
Mhm.
click on it so we get its properties menu. So if you remember when we were changing the ceiling height
Yeah.
earlier, so down in the ceiling area, there's ceiling height, but there's also ceiling type.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now it's box, which is just regular. And yes, so if you click on that drop-down menu,
Uh-huh.
you'll see a bunch of different types. And what's cool is as you click on those, you'll see like an
Oh,
example of
they
it off
show
the
you what
top.
it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it gives you more options underneath it. So you notice that the sloped one now has a short wall and a tall wall option.
Oh, okay.
So for this project, you'll need to put it to peaked. So click
Okay.
on it, go to peaked.
So then I have to make sure I know the measurements of the short wall and the tall wall. Well, I guess it's a
Right.
peak, they're usually the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think on this one, yeah, the peak height is 12, so that's the default.
Okay.
And then distance to peak is going to be 6 feet 7 inches on this project. So
So I guess if I look at it in 3D, would I see that change?
you will. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Oh, so it makes okay, it makes the ceiling like a peak shape. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm realizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your closet was already subgrouped. And so
Oh.
it did it there too automatically. So we're gonna need to go click on that subgroup just
Oh,
individually.
oops.
Yeah. And go ahead into that properties and just change that back into
A
a regular
box.
box ceiling with
Okay.
yeah,
Did it
perfect. Oh,
make
good.
it? Oh, it only changed the closet. Good.
Yes. So it's
Okay.
funny because the closet is subgrouped to the bedroom. When you change the bedroom, it changes both. But when you just change the closet, it just changes the closet. Just changes the closet. So
Okay.
yeah.
And so I know sometimes I've seen rooms and like sometimes sometimes the peak is in the middle, like this way. Like it could go up this way, I guess, or
Yeah.
up this way. So
Right, and I know it didn't give you that type of option in
yeah.
the properties menu, but to change that, we actually have an orientation tool. So if you go up next to the block tool that you used earlier,
Yep.
right to the left of that is orientation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
So that's what you're going to use to tell it which wall to start from, that peak distance that we said, the
Mm-hmm.
distance to peak, sorry, not peak distance, the distance to peak that we determined earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the orientation tool to change which wall that's coming from. So if you click on that and you
Yep.
come down into the room now, yes, okay.
Oh,
So now that you're in that room with the peak ceiling,
uh-huh.
any wall you get close to will have an arrow. So
Yeah.
yeah, click on that wall. I think that's the wall it was already set at, so it didn't change anything. Click on, yeah, that wall.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
so
now it
now
moves it from that left wall is now the orientation wall.
so I guess
So
you just kind of have to look at it and see. Oh yeah, I think that makes more sense, right? I think
yeah.
that's the way it goes.
Oh no, so actually in our project, it is supposed to be the default of what you had before.
Okay. And I can just change it back, right?
Yeah, you can just change it back.
To that.
That's a good question though,
Okay.
because I know you're going to probably come into a project at some point where you need to change that main wall it's coming from. And
Hmm.
I think yeah, it does always default to that top wall just automatically.
Okay.
Um, and you can go in and just change it however you want using the orientation tool.
Okay. Well, that was easy. That was like the easiest one.
I'm glad.
Okay, so I
Cool.
think I have a few things to work on. I have to work on like the rest of the angles and fixing the pantry and the reference areas and stuff. But
hmm
yeah, this was really helpful.
If you have any more questions, so we do have quite a few videos online on YouTube called Expert Tips, where my team and we've recorded a bunch of them to just do what we did here, just to help you learn something really quick if you need to know it.
Okay, awesome. I think so sometimes I'm working on these like this I'm doing after hours so I can get to
Mhm.
YouTube, but my job blocks YouTube. So
Oh.
is there any other way I can get those expert tip videos?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we have something called Xactware Classroom, and it's online,
Okay.
and it's actually where you will be taking the exam.
Yeah.
It's where we have all of our instruction, and all of those expert tips that we have on YouTube are also there. So
Oh,
you can find them as well. And that's just learn.xactware.com is where you go to.
okay.
And you'll be able to, yeah, find all our expert tips. There's there's a level two course on there, level one course if you need to review. Our CBE is pretty popular, which is our construction basics and estimation library. So anything you need to learn, it's there.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, thanks, Seth. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, and there you have it. If you have any other questions, put it in the chat, and I'll answer those questions. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed that call, and I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you on the next one.